During this point in time, when new cases of measles are increasing in the United States, it is important to consider whether vaccines are helpful or harmful for our children to be receiving. There has been concern about a preservative called thimerosal that has not been used in routinely recommended childhood vaccines. The only concerns that surround these vaccines is that there are minor reactions such as redness and swelling at the injection site. According to these studies that were conducted by the CDC, there have been no significant side effects that are caused by thimerosal in prenatal and infant exposure or in children 7 to 10 years of age. This issue has come to my attention concerning whether the measles vaccine could have caused my son's autism, and I did extensive research to figure out whether or not it was true. Today I will introduce you to autism spectrum disorder, why there are concerns about the link between autism and the measles vaccine, and enlighten you about the studies that have been conducted by the CDC. Let's begin by understanding what autism is first. The National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke has stated that autism is a range of complex neurological disorders that are characterized by social impairments, communication difficulties, and restricted, repetitive, and stereotype patterns of behavior. I will explain my son's disability and how it affects his everyday life. My son Tyler is a nonverbal autistic who communicates with gestures and sounds rather than words. He also has difficulty maintaining eye contact with people. Finally, he attends a special education class to learn the things that he needs to know. Scientists have theorized about the causes of autism. One is that it could be genetics. The other is that it could be factors within the environment. Now that we have learned what autism is, let's go over the concerns that have been raised regarding the measles vaccine being linked to autism. There are concerns that giving the measles vaccine to children may be linked to developing autism. With the exception of flu vaccines, thimerosal is not used as a preservative in routinely recommended childhood vaccines. Thimerosal is a mercury-containing preservative that is used in vaccines and other products such as batteries, light bulbs, and jewelry. According to the CDC, there is no evidence of harm caused by low doses of thimerosal except for minor reactions that are caused by redness and swelling at the injection site. These studies were conducted by the Minnesota Department of Health in 2007 and indicated that pregnant women have an increased chance of medical complications caused by the flu. These studies were conducted to see if thimerosal was a threat to pregnant women or their fetuses. These studies found no neurological defects in the fetuses of pregnant women. Now that we have discussed concerns of the measles vaccines being linked to autism, let's discuss the research that was conducted disproving this theory. In November of 2003, the CDC used vaccine safety data link to look for possible links between thimerosal-containing vaccines and a variety of health problems. The CDC and vaccine safety data link researchers found statistically significant associations. However, these associations were weak and not consistent with the study populations. It was determined that increasing the exposure to antibody-stimulating proteins and polysaccharides in vaccines is not associated with autism. You may be wondering, what in the world is a polysaccharide? Well, a polysaccharide is a carbohydrate that is found in cereals, whole grains, pasta, and rice. Today we have gone over what autism is, how it is caused, the concerns about why people think that vaccines, the measles vaccine causes autism, and how there is not consistent evidence linking autism and thimerosal. First, I told you about my son's condition and informed you about the factors that cause autism. Second, we went over the concerns of administering vaccines to children. Lastly, we concluded that research studies proved that there's no link that vaccines, the measles vaccine, causes autism. Because of these studies that were conducted, I've ensured that Tyler has had his vaccines to prevent him from getting measles. I hope, because of my speech today, that you are more informed on the causes of autism and that there's no proven link between the measles vaccine and autism.